What's up, vinyl community? Welcome back. This is Hub Tunes. I'm Mike. Record Store Day 2025. List came out yesterday morning. Y'all have already made your videos. I don't even think any of you looked at the list. I mean, my God, you guys are quick. I, on the other hand, like to go through the list. I have a system. I'm probably anal and weird about this, but I go through the list. I write down, the things that kind of interest me, just on the surface. And then I make another list of things that pop out at me. I don't even, usually they're not even artists I know. I might even just see a name and be like, oh, I've heard that name before, or that sounds interesting. Anything about it that maybe sounds interesting. And that's my second list. And that's the one where the next day, like this morning, I got in my car and I started streaming stuff and streaming different artists and different stuff that's on the list. Then I can combine them and make one list, a big list. And then my final list is usually after I watch all your videos and see all your suggestions of stuff that I should listen to and put on my list. So it's a very long 3-step process of Mike making a Record Store Day list. So yes, I'm late to the game on making Record Store Day videos. That's me. I just like to do it my way, whatever. Y'all do it your way, I'll do it mine. I think it's a good list. I'm also, I've said this many times, Record Store Day, I'm a huge proponent of it. The whole cash grab bullshit, don't come at me with that. It's a business. Businesses try to make money. That's what they do. It's a business. It's not a cash grab. Are there way too many picture discs? I guess. I don't know. I don't buy them, so it doesn't bother me. Somebody buys them because they keep making them. There's way too many live albums. I've kind of slowed down on... I've almost stopped buying the live albums. A lot of them don't sound all that great, and a couple of them I noticed, a couple of the jazz ones, I want to say was it the Wes Montgomery in Seattle? I think that's been released before, because I have one. I'm pretty sure that's been released before, because I have one, and I think it was the same one from Seattle. But anyway, who knows? So yeah, there's something for everybody on these lists. That's what I love about it. There's always something. There's metal, there's punk, there's funk, there's R&B. Not enough R&B, not enough soul. But there's stuff on there for everybody. Yeah, would I like the Cure album to be just pressed on black vinyl? Fuck yeah. I don't want a picture disc, but is it going to ruin my day? Is it going to ruin my Record Store Day? No, it's still a fun time. I love going to the store. I love hanging out with friends. I love seeing my people at my local shop. I go to the same shop every year. I don't wait in line. I don't get up at 3 a.m. I go an hour before they open at the most. And I'm usually like 10th in line, and I go right in and go right out. They always have great sales. They make a big day of it. They make a whole weekend out of it. It's fun. What's wrong? I don't understand the poo-pooers. But, I guess people just need something to bitch about. So I found a lot on this list. I usually do find a lot. I usually find about 10 things, and then maybe I'll usually buy about 8. This, I did find one. I got a list of like 12 or 13 things that kind of caught my eye. I haven't narrowed it down completely yet, but this is it. Bobby Charles. And I'm on the fence about the Bobby Charles because it's a comp, and I'm not really sure what it's a comp of. If it's his really early stuff, like his 50s, I'm probably going to pass on it because I like the Bobby Charles later career stuff. So I do need to investigate that a little bit more. You can't stream it, obviously. R&B, soul artist, great. I mean, just a great singer. But I'm not a huge fan of the early stuff. So on the fence about that, but that's stuff we need more of. More R&B, soul stuff. Great artist. The Doors. The Doors are releasing a Strange Days, which is my second favorite Doors album, right behind LA Woman. It's the works in progress kind of thing, like they did with LA Woman, but this is only a 2-record set. The LA Woman, I think, was 3-record set. It was a box set. You can see it somewhere back there. But I'm definitely going to get this. Huge Doors fan. This, like I said, my second favorite Doors album. I'm the perfect target for this. So I will be definitely buying that, and especially since the LA Woman was so damn good. I mean, what a great release. One of my favorite Record Store Day releases of all time. The Grateful Dead box set this year. They're continuing the series of 1977 from the Beacon Theater in New York. This one is a 5-record set. I think the last couple have been 4-record sets. Great packaging, always spectacular packaging, great artwork. They sound great. They sound good. Most of them sound great. There's been a couple that have been like, but yeah, I mean, I've got them all since they started releasing these every year, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Always a good price. I think I paid for the 4-record set. I think I paid like $118 or $115, something like that. And then, if this one's a 5-record set, it'll probably be $130. But still a great deal for a 5-record set. Great show from '77, one of my favorite Grateful Dead eras. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get that. The next one, damn, I thought I had this record, and I cannot find it anywhere. And I looked on Discogs, and I have it in my collection, but I don't see it. I don't see it anywhere. I have a feeling somebody who shall remain nameless took it. And that is the Hindu Love Gods. The Hindu Love Gods is a project that came out in the mid-'80s. Maybe like 83, 84. It is Warren Zevon on vocals and REM backing him up. And it's all covers. Raspberry Beret, I think, was the single that they released. It's a great covers record. And, like I've always said, I'm not a huge covers person. It's good. It's damn good. It's Warren Zevon, as Warren Zevon can only be, and his snarky vocals, and REM, man, backing them up. So, yeah, I'm definitely grabbing that. Nectar. This is the anniversary issue of Remember the Future. Nectar is a proggy jazz rock band from the 70s. Actually, I think they might even still be a formation of them still around. I know they were around well into the 80s. But their main popularity was in the 70s. I think this is widely considered their best album, Remember the Future. It's I was streaming it this morning. It's on my list. I'm probably going to get it. It's a little dated. It has a very dated sound, but for what it is, I mean, it's a beautiful record. They're terrific musicians. A lot of long songs. If you like Yes and ELP and stuff like that, you'll probably like Nectar. But they're a little jazzier than like ELP, So it's on my list. It's not a for sure. The only for sure is so far are the Grateful Dead and the Doors and Hindu Love Gods if I don't find it. Well, there's a couple more. Never mind. I love Record Store Day. Next up, Alison Moyet. Lead singer from Yaz. I got Yes on my mind. From Yaz. This is her solo album, Home Time. This is my favorite Alison Moyet album. I don't think it's been out on vinyl for a very long time. I've never seen it on vinyl. I had it on CD many, many years ago when it came out. It's my favorite of her solo records. It's got a good jazz feel to it. The song More and the title track Home Time, just wonderful, wonderful songs. It's just got a good funk to it too. It's definitely my favorite Alison Moyet album. So that's on the list for sure. Definitely picking that up. I know I said I've been trying to stay away from the jazz, any live reissue. For Record Store Day, like the Talking Heads have one coming out. It's 1978. I don't need another 1978 Talking Heads record. I've got like 6. I wish it was something later in their career when they expanded the band. With Bernie Worrell and stuff like that. Maybe I wish it was one of the later tours. But no, it's the 1978. So like I said, I don't need that. It's gonna be $50 or $60. So. Nope, taking a pass on the Talking Heads. But Graham Parker and the Figs. This is The Last Rock and Roll Show. It's the only album he did with the Figs. It's a live album, single disc. I'm going to pick it up. I love Graham Parker. Graham Parker is absolutely wonderful. I remember discovering him. I think it was Mona Lisa's Sister was the first album I bought of his. And then the one where he's standing on the cover, I think he's playing guitar. Those were great albums. I loved Graham Parker back in the 80s. And I remember I tried to turn him on to like a lot of my friends. And my friends were like, what is it? Because he was more, he was kind of like Elvis Costello, Marshall Crenshaw, that kind of vibe. And I dug it. It was new wave, but it was rock and roll. And my friends in high school were all, just give me Rush and Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin. So I love Graham Parker. So I'm probably going to pick this up. It's on the list. It's not a must-have. Gil Scott-Heron, Moving Target. Now this is a cool album. It's funky as hell. It's really funky, and I think it's a later album. I'm not sure what year it came out, but it's definitely not his prime. But man, it is awesome. It is on my list for sure. Getting Moving Target, Gil Scott-Heron. If you like funk, if you like soul, R&B, this is it. His vocals sound tremendous on it too. I was streaming it in the car. My issue in the car, and I have Apple Music because it's part of whatever. And the stream wasn't great. I hope the record sounds better than the stream, because the stream was a little, I don't know, it was real bass heavy. So I'm a little cautious on that one. But I'm going to grab it. Gil Scott-Heron, Moving Target. Next up, like I said earlier, we need more R&B and soul. And every year there's a couple. I remember I got the Lee Dorsey record a couple years ago, and of course the Betty Harris came out probably 3 years ago now. But Carla Thomas, Sweet Sweetheart. Now, I'm not familiar with the record. I love Carla Thomas. It's not on Apple Tunes, so I can't stream it. I'm going to get it anyway, just because I love her. Like the album she did with King and Queen with Otis. And I love Carla Thomas. And so I think this is probably going to be one. This will be a blind buy. Definitely going to pick it up. We need more soul in our lives these days. Wire, the great post-punk band, because their first album is all punk, and then everything after that is kind of post-punk. But one of my favorite bands, and this is an album, it's called 9 Sevens, so I'm guessing it's 9 singles. It's an LP, but I think it's probably a collection of 9 of their singles. I don't know what stage of their career these singles come from. I don't even know. I could be totally wrong by this, but it's called 9 Sevens. So I'm kind of just thinking that's maybe what it is. I could be totally wrong. They're still making music today. I mean, the first album came out in, 78? Maybe even earlier. And they're still making music. I love them. I like their later stuff. Most of the Wire stuff, the middle career to later, is really kind of my jam. So I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be. I'm going to have to, this might be one where I pick it up and look at it when I'm in the store and make a decision there. We'll see. But I love Wire, and I'm all over that. If it's a box of, I'm pretty sure it said LPs. It said LP. But if it is 7 inches, then I'm not getting it, because I don't buy 7 inches. I'm not buying something I don't play. I would never play it. So, but I'm pretty sure the list said LP. Next up, Warren Zevon. It's a box of his later career records. I don't know if Warren Zevon, I don't think he made a bad record. They're all really good in their own individual ways. Sure, the first 3 or 4 are phenomenal, especially his debut, his mainstream debut. Is one of my favorite albums of all time. Excitable Boys, great. But this is the later albums. I don't have any of them on vinyl. And I think I might have 1 or 2. But this would be a perfect way to get them. I think there's 4. I think there's 4 records in the box set. So we'll see. My guess is they're probably just going to release those individually further down the line. So, depending on my finances at the time, that's going to be on the block whether I pick it up or not. But what a great way to get those records all in one box at one time. If it's $160, I'll probably get it. Clarence White, guitarist, was in the Byrds later. He's part of those later Byrd records. Memories of a Bird in Flight. And this is, I'm guessing, a comp. It's a comp. I don't know if it's all Byrd songs or maybe it's stuff he did solo. Who knows what it is, but he's a wonderful, wonderful guitarist. One probably in my top 10 guitarists of all time. He's so damn good. I think that's going to be on the list, but I need to get more information about it. Definitely interested in that. And then there was a couple other things that I've already eliminated, because I go through the list and I kind of just, if I see a name, I'm just like, oh, and I put that on the list and I put another, whatever, whatever like interest, like snaps me to write it down. And then I stream it. And if I don't like it, it's gone. It's off the list. The Sylvian Carol. I don't know what made me put this on the list. I have no idea who Sylvian Carol is. It's called Look Over. It's an LP that comes out it came out in 2024. It's an electronic album. I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about it, but I put it on my list for some reason. I don't know. I just saw the name and I was like, yeah. And I don't really like it. So I'm taking it off the list. But, I do stuff like that. When I go through this list, you never know what you're going to find. You never know if you're going to discover an artist, a new artist, an old lost record, or you just never know. And that's why I need time to digest all this shit. I can't be putting out my video yesterday, 10 minutes after the list came out. But yeah, there's a lot on here, man. I gotta trim it down. I mean, there's no way I'm buying all this. Like I said, I think The Wire probably won't happen. The Bobby Charles, I don't know. It's on the chopping block. But Doors, Grateful Dead, Hindu Love Gods, Alison Moyet, definitely, Graham Parker, Gil Scott-Heron, Carla Thomas, and Clarence White. I think those are all musts. I think those are all going to be must-haves for me. And if I don't get them, I don't get them. It's not a big deal. So that's what I kind of pulled off the list so far. Of course, I'll do another deep dive probably tonight, being a weirdo, and I'll start watching all your videos and seeing what you're talking about. Questions, comments, snide remarks in the comments section. Let me know what I missed, what you're looking for, so I can go and stream it and check it out and add it to the list and make my list bigger. Thanks for watching, guys, and happy Record Store Day. Start saving your money.